Good morning. Yesterday, the 29th of November, marked a milestone. It was Ian Basson's birthday. It was also the beginning of the new lectionary year in the church calendar, the first Sunday in Advent. Over the next 4 weeks, most of our contributors to Thought for the Day will be sharing with us a carol and obviously some thoughts perhaps about the meaning contained in the words or some personal reason for their choice. We look forward as always to whatever they will bring and give thanks that we can feel together as we watch or read around our circuit and beyond. This year is going to be strange because so many of our traditional ways of celebrating the season have been taken away. But I'm confident that Andrew and Noel will still find ways to lead our thoughts and worship. Tradition can sometimes be seen as a dirty word, people stuck in the ways of the past, etc. But for so many people, families, Christmas traditions, whether in general or specific to their family, are a lot of what gives Christmas its meaning. And this is why there will be some struggles and pain at this special time, because of the restrictions, or because of those they have lost to the virus. Andrew is holding a special service on the 13th of December, giving people a time and space to remember those no longer with them. Christmas is a time when we remember, and I want to share with you a carol that I learned for the first time back in 1969 when I was 18 and at college in Saffron Walden in Essex. I was coming to the end of my first term and obviously looking forward to going home for Christmas, like so many of our students now, no doubt. As I sat in lectures, snow was falling outside and I wondered if my friend's dad was going to be able to drive from Surrey to bring her and myself back home. Fortunately, he did. Before term finished, we gathered together for a carol service and we sang this carol, Three Kings from Persian Lands Afar, which we had learned for the occasion. A retired journalist, Margaret Ashworth, wrote this in 2018. I first encountered our last carol, Three Kings from Persian Lands Afar, when it was sung by the senior choir at my girls' grammar school in about 1960, and I thought it was the most unbelievably beautiful thing I had ever heard. I still do. And I echo those words and hope that those of you who will be able to listen to it will also enjoy it. It's a complex piece of music, being made of two separate carols intertwined, and thankfully I've managed to find a video version which shows the words so that it's easier to pick them out, because some versions seem to concentrate more on the soloist, leaving the second song difficult to hear. But the beauty of the piece is in how the two songs marry up. For those of you who are interested in the background, the second song, How Brightly Shines the Morning Star, dates all the way back to 1597, was written by Philip Nicolai, a German Lutheran pastor, poet and composer, apparently as a response to an outbreak of plague or the Black Death. The words are based on Psalm 45, a mystical wedding song. In 1856, the German composer and writer Peter Cornelius wrote The Kings for a vocal soloist set against a piano background of How Brightly Shines. Cornelius mistakenly thought that the star referred to was the Star of Bethlehem, the star the wise men followed. but it's actually an Advent hymn about the morning star, meaning Jesus. He wrote a second version for soloist and chorale in 1870. The final verse of this carol invites each one of us to travel to Bethlehem with the kings. But similar to Christina Rossetti's words at the end of her famous carol, "What shall I give him, poor as I am?" we're reminded that we don't need wealthy, worldly goods to come to the King. The star of mercy, the star of grace, shall lead thy heart to its resting place. Gold, incense, myrrh thou canst not bring. Offer thy heart to the infant King. Offer thy heart. And now, to finish, an Advent prayer. God of grace, as we are loved by you, so teach us how to love. As we are forgiven by you, so help us to forgive. As we are trusted by you, so lead us to greater trust in you. As we welcome the coming Christ, so enliven us to reflect the living Christ and become channels of hope to a broken world. Amen.